Hey guys, my name is Akil Jofield, Director and DP from the Caribbean island, Trinidad and Tobago. Firstly, I want to thank all of you, my subscribers, and if you're new here, welcome. So on today's topic, we're going to talk about how to get the film look shooting on digital cameras. This is a topic that a lot of people talk about, and I can tell you personally, the film look is something that is very, I don't even have words to tell you guys, but it's something that I love. Anytime you're a big fan of cinema or anything film-wise, you would know there's a specific look that everybody craves to get now that, digital sensors of today is kind of, they can't really reproduce that. But today we're gonna talk about something real interesting, right? So before we get into that, I wanna run a sequence for you guys that we shot recently, right, with one of our friends who's a model. Talking too much. So let me run this sequence, and when we come back, we're gonna break it down. So if you guys enjoy that sequence, be sure to subscribe because it has so many more of that type of content we want to be releasing on this page. Things that deal with filmmaking, cinematography, lighting. If you're interested in that, definitely you want to subscribe, right? Nice. So let me break down the sequence a bit. The gear that we used to shoot this fashion film was the Lumix S5, which is shooting me right now, paired with the 50mm f1.8 from Lumix as well. These cameras are modernly, digital sensors like most of the other cameras on the market today, right? Digital sensors, they produce this kind of sharp digital look, right? That is not that appealing, but it has its advantages as it has its disadvantages, right? In the sense where digital sensors tend to be a lot sharp and clinical when film cameras back in the day gave off a nice soft, kind of real authentic type of look, and this is the look that people crave after today. A couple of weeks ago, we got a very exciting email, right, from a company that we have been hearing about, but we never really had like a direct hands-on experience with the company. I'm talking about Dehancer Pro, and this is the reason we are actually doing this review today. We're going to talk about Dehancer Pro as a plugin. It's available for Final Cut Pro, which is the editor that we use. It's also available for the Vinci Resolve and also Adobe Premiere Pro. This is a film simulation plugin that literally takes digital footage and transform it into the closest thing I have seen to film. When Dehancer approached us for this collaboration, they did not pay us to say anything nice about the plugin, and Dehancer isn't getting to view this video before it's released. Every single thing that you're going to hear today is our true, unbiased opinions on the plugin. So without further ado, let's get into Final Cut Pro and break down the sequence and the way that we actually graded it using Dehancer Pro. Let's go. Right guys, now that we're in Final Cut Pro, I'm going to quickly go through these 4 clips from our fashion film, and all of these were shot in Panasonic's Vlog. So firstly, we're going to convert this Vlog to Rec 709, right? and we already did our grade, so we're just gonna apply all of these other changes, right? And now we're gonna scroll through. So as you can see, Dehancer Pro is already here, but if you want to find it in Final Cut Pro, go to your effects tab, scroll down here and look for film emulation, right? So you take that and you drag that on your clip. Now that we apply Dehancer Pro to our clip, we're going here to enable it. We already finished our final look, but let's walk through its features. Firstly, you go under input, you convert your source to Rec 709, right? Because that is the profile we're editing in. And you have the option to change your exposure, right? Temperature, tint, the fringe, all of these things in the first tab. Then here is where it gets a bit exciting, right? So under this tab, film profiles, is where you'll get all your different types of film profiles, right? In this case, we selected CineStill 800T, right? If you do this, you can push and pull the look, meaning you could actually make it more filmic or less filmic in this case. That's how it appears to me, right? In this case, we already did our look. So right then you go down to Film Developer, where you can have your contrast boosted, gamma correction, color separation, color boost. We had this enabled. We enabled a bit of the contrast. Well, we applied some of the contrast. Then under this tab, you have the film compression. So when you activate this more or less, as you can see here on the waveform, it drops the highlights, right? So it pulls down the highlight a bit, and if you see in the skies here, you can see that the highlight drops a bit. We didn't use that in this case. Then you have the expand tab, where you can increase or decrease your black point and your white points, right? In our case, I think we decreased the white points a bit, yeah. And under here, we have the print profiles, right? So the film print profiles, you have linear, right? You have Cineon Film Log, which is a more flat look. You have Fujifilm, you have Kodak, and you have Kodak Endura Glossy Paper. This is the one that we chose, right? You can also adjust your exposure, the exposure of the print, tonal contrast, color density, right? Now you can go down to color head, where you can manipulate your colors, yellows and blues, magentas and greens, right? So you can kind of tweak your film look a little bit more if you want that. We did not use this. Then we have our film grain. In this case, we used a little bit, right? You can increase the amount, you can change the size, right? The resolution of the film grain, shadows, midtones, highlights, chroma key. So much things you can do with this, but my best feature so far is this right here. The positive film grain is a more subtle version of the film grain, but the negative, when we apply it, you can see that it is more pronounced, right? So in our case, we wanted to use the positive. Then we have a very nice feature as well, halation, right? Halation is this sort of red glow around the body, right? When I amplify it, you will see a vast difference, even on the clothing here where the sunlight is hitting. Halation is that kind of red kind of tone, and you can even change the hue of it. So it doesn't necessarily have to be red alone, it could be whatever color you want, right? In our case, we left it as red. And you can scroll down now to bloom, right? You can bloom your highlights. It's like a glowing effect, or shooting using like a black promise filter or some sort of thing, right? When we increase the impact, you're gonna see how it's bloom and it's so dreamy. This is a very, very nice feature for, like, you know, those sort of dream, like if you're shooting some kind of film dream sequence. And then we have the vignette. Of course, you know what a vignette is. That shadow kind of border around your subject, right? In our case, we used a little bit to help draw the attention into our subject some more. And then we have film breadth. We did not use this, right? I do not know much much about that. You have the gate weave. We also have monitor, where you can apply a false color, where you can see your exposure if anything is clipping as well, right? So in our case, we have no clipping going on here. We're properly exposed. And then you have the output option, total impact, right? And you have the LUT generator, which is when you apply all of these features, you can actually export your own personal LUTs, which is very cool. All right, and yeah, that's it in a nutshell. You have a lot of features, a lot of amazing film features, right? And let's just go through our clip here so I can apply everything, because I already graded everything. All right, so we have this here, right? And we apply all of our grade, final look, and everything. So everything now looks like this. Okay guys, so now to give my final thoughts and honest opinion on Dehancer Pro. This plugin truly is one of the best, if not the best, film simulation plugin on the market. It has truly helped me to start enjoying the process of color grading. Okay guys, so if you found this video interesting or beneficial in any way, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and also leave a comment. Right, so till we meet again next time guys, stay blessed and all the best.